Hey guys, welcome to my video. In this video, we're gonna learn something interesting about history and theory of architecture, and we also discuss briefly about the famous place which is Rani Ki Vav, also called as the Queen's Stepwell. The stepwell is located in the town of Patan in Gujarat state of India. Let us jump into the introduction part of the Rani Ki Vav. The stepwell is located on the banks of Saraswati river, silted over and was rediscovered in 1940s and restored in 1980s by the Archaeological Survey of India. It has been listed as one of the UNESCO's World Heritage Site since 2014. Let us now see the history of Rani Ki Vav. It is the 11th century building. Rani Ki Vav was constructed during the rule of Chalukya dynasty. Udayamadi, the daughter of Naravaraha Kenkara, built the novel stepwell. Stepwell was commissioned in 1063 and was completed after 20 years. Since when? 20 years! Wow, that's interesting. It is generally assumed that it was built in the memory of Bhima I by the Queen Udayamadi, who might have died in the war. As she was a widow, when she commissioned the stepwell, it was disputed. Now let us see about the stepwell, area and surroundings. This monument covers an area of 4.68 hectares and a buffer zone of 125.44 hectares. It measures approximately 65 meters long, 20 meters wide and 28 meters depth. The floor level of the deepest and leads it to a rectangular tank 9.5 meters by 9.4 meters at a depth of 23 meters. The entrance is located in the east while the well is located at the westernmost end and consists of shaft 10 meters in diameter and 30 meters depth. The stepwell is divided into 7 levels of stairs which lead down to deep circular well. Now let us see about the architectural style. It was built at the height of craftsmanship's ability in stepwell construction and the Maru Gujarat architecture style. The Maru Gujarat architecture was a Chalukya style architecture of Indian temple originated in Gujarat and Rajasthan from the 11th to 13th centuries. Now let us see about the materials used in Rani Ki Vav. The stepwell was mostly constructed of burnt bricks with lime mortar and the local Tarangadra stones. A large number of masons' mark and signatures remain visible on architectural elements and sculptures. Now let us go to a tour on Rani Ki Vav. The stepwell is oriented in an east-west direction and combines all of the principal components which characterize stepwells. A stepped corridor beginning at ground level which leads to a first pavilion. A series of 4 pavilions with an interesting amount of story towards the west. The Rani Ki Vav has the tank which is directly accessed from the well and in which water was stored. The well in tunnel shaft form which extends above the groundwater level forming a parapet. Rani Ki Vav has 7 stories of terraced walls with pavilions and buttresses, which in architectural stylistics conform to the Maru Gujarat style. Of ornament and decoration illustrate high artistic quality and systematic development. All pillars in Rani Ki Vav are uniform in design with square-shaped plinths and carved niches, housing deities on opposite sides. The octagonal drums are divided into 4 vertical decorative segments and the capitals are designed in the form of quadrupile brackets, the undersides of which carry 4 human or animal heads. Rani Ki Vav initially include more than 800 sculpted panels, of which approximately 400 survive, distributed in the walls. Ki Vav also consists of the cantilever brackets which is on the shaft of the well, which is located in the western side of the step well. Now let us jump into the part of analysis of Rani Ki Vav. Now let us try to analyze the floor plan and section of Rani Ki Vav building. Yeah, think. Let's see what that's about. Now let us start the analysis of Rani Ki Vav step well. At first, it has a pavilion, and then it has a rectangular tank followed by it, and then at the last, in the western corner, it has a well shaft. The analysis also say about the axis, destination and symmetry indicated by the line. And then we have hypostyle grids and repetition of colonnades. And then we can see hierarchy. And at the end we see center and concentric circles. And it also consists of frontality. We see about the analysis for the section of Rani Ki Vav. Here we can see articulation, and then we can see the repetition and grids of patterns. Yeah, we learned something to remember. Now let us see the design and beauty of the Rani Ki Vav. All surface of Rani Ki Vav are ornate with sculptures illustrating contemporary belief systems, but also social patterns and the extraordinary skills of craftsmen. Around 400 niches housed divine images, amongst which Vishnu by far outnumbers the other gods and Parvati the goddesses. The nomination dossier provides elaborate documentation on the location and stylistic of sculptured elements. Additional sculptures flank either side of the niches on the long stretches of the terraced walls. The spaces between the pillars on the lower two-story were braced with ornate walls to increase the structural stability of the lower stepwell sections. The well is located in the westernmost section of the property and consists of a shaft of 10-meter diameter, which reaches an additional 7 meter below the ground level of the fourth section to 30-meter depth. The shaft is divided into 7 levels, which correspond to the 7 stories of the fourth pavilion. Comparative analysis concluded that the Rani Ki Vav has the most ideal proportions in relation to the division of space and exhibited the highest level of technological achievements in engineering skills. That's amazing! Rani Ki Vav is declared the monument of national importance and protected by the ASI. It was named India's cleanest iconic place at the 2016 Indian Sanitation Conference. Rani Ki Vav is the most developed, elaborate and ornate example of a unique type of Indian subterranean architectural structure, and it marks have a walk on the Rani Ki Vav.
watching the video.